everyone, Sirturmund here again. So today I'm bringing you another Blast from the Past video. This time we're going to be going with Twisted Fate and Ezreal. So back in the day, this deck was very strong because like Riptide Rex could turbo level the Ezreal. And again, this is back when Ezreal was still doing 2 damage to the Nexus for every spell that you use. So it could do it could turbo level Ezreal. Make It Rain counts as a target for Ezreal as well. So if you do Make It Rain and you're able to hit 3 targets, that already gets you halfway through your level up condition. And back there, the Plunder, the Nab, used to be very strong as well. So Pilfer Goods used to actually be 2 mana instead of 3. So a lot of the cards in this deck ended up getting nerfed. And it's why the deck is not seen as often anymore. So just off the top of my head, so obviously, like I said, the Pilfer Goods used to be 2 mana, so you used to be able to have a cheap way to draw from the opponent's deck, while be able to discount it with the Merkin if you could. Ezreal used to do 2 damage to the Nexus whenever you did a spell, so it didn't have to just be whenever you targeted an enemy, it could be whenever you actually did any spell to the Nexus. Petty Offers, it used to actually be a 3-2, so he used to be able to survive and put a lot of pressure early on to the opponents. Twisted Fate obviously used to just level up out of 7 drawn cards. So again, with Pilfer Goods being so cheap and you kind of having some other draws with Black Market American, the Urchin, and the Yodel Grifter, you used to be able to level up to Twisted Fate really quickly. The Yodel Grifter, you always got the warning shot, whether you hit the Allegiance or not. So they changed it after where you needed to hit the Allegiance to hit both the warning shot and the Nab. So this is why this deck has a lot of like PNC cards, because it's not really an Allegiance deck. It used to be like, you know, if you hit the Allegiance and you nab a card, cool. But for the most part, you actually care more about the warning shot, because the warning shot would then let you trigger Riptide Rex. Riptide Rex used to do 7 Cannon Barrage instead of 6, and his stats were also, I believe they were 6-6 or might have been an 8-4. I have, you know, I can't remember, but he used to have bigger stats, allowing him to survive longer and be able to put a lot of pressure on the board, because you kind of get rid of all their blockers and then you have a big Riptide Rat still in the field able to do anything. And because you have 7 Cannon Barrage, it was very likely that you could hit everything that you needed and do a lot of damage to the Nexus. So you can see a lot of cards ended up getting nerfed from this deck. But this deck still kind of reigns supreme for like a big chunk of the summer and early in the fall as well. It wasn't really until Targon really got into his groove that this deck started seeing less and less play, right? Once you started getting like the Field of Rush, once you started getting the Go Hard decks, etc., that this deck became a little bit weaker. Obviously, the change from Ezreal ended up nerfing the deck a lot. So, but yeah, really fun deck. This will be my last Blast from the Past series for this patch. Obviously, this is coming out on Monday, so tomorrow we'll have the patch notes, and you can look forward for us to do a big patch notes video where I'm also gonna give you guys some new decks to try out for the new patch, and then from there on, obviously we'll be doing the new champion videos throughout the rest of the week. So hope you enjoyed this last one, and we'll bring back the series next time when we're close enough to our future patch after this next one. So stay to the end of the video to see the, I guess, an updated version of this deck for today's meta. Have a good one. Bye. So in this matchup, we'll be able to go against Maokai Bai. This tells me, because he's running Maokai with PNC, tells me that it is a mill deck, which is actually a little bit bad for us, because I like doing the warning shot. I think what we need to do is try to kill them fast before they can kill us. And the way that we're going to do that is by going kind of like a burn style, right? The Mystic Chop might have been a little bit greedy, but the Butcher I think is pretty good. Because he's going to try to mill us out. Like he's going to try to turbo level the Maokai. And then once we have just 4 cards left, be able to kind of just grind us down. But if we can kind of kill him beforehand, we might be okay. The Ezreal I think is really good because it's going to give us some value every single turn. We can just go ahead and summon a 1-cost follower so that we can go wide. Yeah, the Sea Scarab is really annoying though. I like doing the Ezreal. I like doing the Ezreal and potentially trying to level him up early. They shouldn't have a lot of... Wow. Okay, I was going to say they shouldn't have a lot of ways to kill him, but I guess this deck plays Thermo. I think Thermo is a little bit too slow in this type of deck. The problem for him is that he's already at 13 HP, right? So we have actually 3 burn in our hand, 4 burn if you count that. The problem is that now he has that heal as well. We'll go ahead with the Grifter. Oh wait, maybe this is not a mill deck. Harrowing? Wait a second. What the heck am I playing against? I like attacking right now in the open attack. Not letting him like summon a Bai or a Maokai. Because even if he blocks with the Tournitoad, he's never blocking the Scarab, right? So it makes it okay, I guess. We can always kill the Maokai. Bai is a little bit more annoying. Okay, he's doing the one cost follower. Ha, that's actually funny. We're milling ourselves now. But again, like I said, I don't expect him to have any mill. I mean. He does the Battle Feast, that's a little bit annoying. We'll do the Make It right now, have nothing else to do. We hit the Spider at least, didn't hit the Tournitoad unfortunately. The Bite's gonna get pretty high up though. And hitting the Bite ends up being pretty bad for us. He hits the Vengeance. Having the Harrowing makes me feel a little bit fine about just letting everything die if we need to. We're actually helping him mill as well. Sure, he's decided to go with that one. Perfect. So there you go. So he is trying to mill us. So what's the point of playing Bai here? I'm confused. We can always kill the Siskar, by the way, which I think is the way that we need to do it. So we always want to kill the Siskar before he's able to get too much value out of it. Because he's trying to turbo level a Maokai. Now, he didn't get the Maokai. Yeah, let's just do it like this. So we're always going to kill the Siskar. Just because of how much value we can provide to him, right? Here, we can attack with both of the 3/3s. And have him decide if he wants to sacrifice his Bai or not. This actually kind of sucks. Because we're like literally letting him... We're letting him get closer to his condition. We can also just attack with everything. We'll lose this, we'll lose that, and he attacks us with 4. I guess the problem with attacking with this... So I'm a little bit concerned about attacking with this, because I feel like I want to have at least one blocker. Okay, this tells me that he probably has a second Bai in his hand, right? So he doesn't care about losing Bai because he probably has a second one. Whatever. Let's just snap right now. Let's just do it like this. This gives us a little bit more blockers. A little bit annoying that he had the second Sea Scarab. I think we need to just Battle Feast the Tournitoad and set up a Riptide Rex next turn. It's kind of risky. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying. So he's gonna hit the deep. Yeah, there's no way that we stop him from hitting deep because he's gonna just turbo do it. Now, what we can actually do is that we can mill them back instead, right? If he goes low enough in cards, we have the Most Wanted in our hand. He also has a Most Wanted in his hand. So one of us can mill the other one, funny enough. Tournitoad actually, getting the Tournitoad ends up actually being really bad for us. He loses things inside of knowledge. So the Tournitoad is bad for us because he's going to mill 2, right? Yeah, see, he's getting close to the Maokai. But he needs to level the Maokai for this to be successful. This levels up Ezreal. We lost one Ezreal already, though. He's 1 away from hitting deep. He hits it. Okay, so he gets whatever he wants here. So he could hit the Thermal here. It's actually good if the Sea Scarab stays away, actually. Stays in the field, because it means that he's going to be mulliganing more and more. My question is how many... Like, it's going to depend how many Maokais and stuff he has for us to be able to, like, mill him out with Most Wanted. What we can try to do is obviously draw as much as we can before Maokai gets in the field. I think that's a mistake. He can potentially lose the Maokai right here, and he does. So he loses the Maokai. You should never summon... If you're playing this deck, you should never summon the Maokai until you're able to level him up. Ironically, that's the second inside of knowledge. Ironically, I don't mind him. Don't mind him mulliganing as much as he is. That's the last Sea Scarab. We just need Ezreal, right? You could have a second Maokai here. That would be a problem. It's gonna try to pull for the second Maokai again. as long as he has, because the champions never get sent away, right? So as long as he has 2 buys or 2 Maokais, he'll be able to get there before we do. Harrowing is never doing anything. I'm wondering why the opponent is playing Harrowing in their deck, though. I'm a little bit confused about that. I like doing this because we can just go ahead and push with everything. Now, the Sea Scarab dying is a little bit annoying. This pushes him down to 4. This pushes him down to 4. I think I'm okay with that. Oh, he's gonna... There's no way you can take that damage from rats. There's no way you can take that damage from rats, yeah. So he's just gonna Vengeance the rats. The Sea Scarab means that he'll be able to go, like, do what he wants as soon as possible. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We'll go ahead. We need to kill the Maokai before he can level up, right? So we can do a couple things. Might as well do this. I don't think there's any problem for us doing this. And we can just kill the Maokai right here. Yeah, like this is not gonna matter. Cool. But all he's gonna do is mulligan his own cards. I mean, sorry. And we kill the Maokai, and now he's down to... He's gonna be down to like almost no cards, right? Now he's gonna level up the Maokai. Because at this point, he shouldn't have anything left in his deck except for champions. Because he's gonna no mulligan. I guess he's gonna toss 4 cards here. So he should have 1 more Maokai and 2 more buys. So he should have 3 cards left by the end of this turn. And then as soon as he levels up the Maokai here, right? That's his second most wanted, by the way. Yeah, there you go. So we're actually gonna mill. We're gonna mill the mill deck. So here, he's gonna draw 3 cards. So the only thing that saves him here is having this. Oh. So now that's a little bit risky. So the problem now is that if he has buy, maybe we just try to go for the kill here. I like doing it like this. Maybe we try to go for the kill and leave the most wanted. Because the problem is that if he gets the second buy, he'll always be able to bounce it back into the deck. So I can't do this until he has like 2 cards left, right? I'm okay with drawing because obviously we want to draw as much as we can now before he's able to do the Maokai win condition. There it is. I think it's time to let go. Oh, we should have also done the warning shot. Why didn't we do the warning shot? I was so focused on the glimpse that I forgot about the warning shot. I like the powder keg. I like the powder keg and then draw 1 more. We discard the Harrowing and they... Oh, perfect. We have Riptide Rex to finish it up. So we have enough... We don't have enough mana to do Reds and Most Wanted though. So we can win 1 or 2 ways. We can go super wide here. Or we can just mill him. I think the mill condition is funnier though, right? I think the mill condition is funnier. I think this is much funnier. Because he can play buy. And buy just only adds 1 more card to his deck. So he's still down to 2 cards. He doesn't have enough to be able to survive this. Because at most he can only have... Yeah, there you go. Buy Ball Breaker adds 1 card. But he's still drawing 3 from this. So his last 2 cards, he could have drawn a Maokai and gone from there. Yeah, this is much funnier. So we ended up milling out the Maokai deck. But yeah, GG's. That was actually really fun. I like that. Riptide Rex, though, as you can tell, can do some pretty good work in this deck. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against a Taric Pantheon. So, I don't know. We have a. I mean, I guess we have the TF stun to stop the Pantheons. But I don't think we have like a lot of great ways to deal with it. I always hated the Sun Urchin. And Twisted Fate is not really gonna level in this game. Man, there's so many things that can deal with Twisted Fate now. I'm trying to see what we want to mulligan for. Maybe we need to go like super wide, like early on. The problem with the Sand Urchin is that there's not a lot of great discard targets. So like the Sand Urchin ends up being really a dead draw in this deck a lot of the times. Now that you don't have that. That you don't have like anything that you can discard. Like here we can like, you know, we could play the Sand Urchin, but we're not really killing anything, right? The Twisted Fate is not gonna level fast enough in a deck like this to make a difference. There's the Black Market Merc in Elise. I mean, we can potentially steal some nice things like Consider Strike or Single Combat. We're not gonna attack because he probably has like a sharp sight to be able to kill that unit. So no reason to do it. I hate this because I wanted to do the keg. Wow, he decides to go like that. I mean, I'm okay with that. Again, we're pretty sure that he's gonna have the sharp sight, right? Let's do the keg. This sets up a Twisted Fate next turn, or does a Make It Rain. We can just pass. If he doesn't want to level up his Pantheon, that's okay with us. Like the longer that we're passing, I guess I'm okay with that. He needs to open attack so that he doesn't die to the Twisted Fate. Yeah, there it is. But we can just do Make It Rain, which is gonna threaten a lot of damage to the rest of his units anyways. I'm okay doing it on the. I'm okay blocking like this on the White Flame. I'm forcing this out. We didn't hit the White Flame, but we hit all the other Saga Seekers. So he ends up kind of working out. We also get a lot of value because... Yeah, so the hope... So the part of the reason why this deck was so powerful was because you could just level up Ezreal so quickly. And we'll do it again. And we hit literally the same targets, I think, right? Didn't we? Alright. I mean, because we hit the same targets, we get the same result. Even if he does the single combat on the keg, and this literally just levels up Ezreal, and he just wasted 2 single combats. So we still kill all his units, while also leveling up the Ezreal, by the way. Which I'm just gonna block right there in the field. So look at that. Turn 5 Ezreal leveled up. Now the problem here is gonna be the sharp sight. Okay, he has the 3rd single combat. That's alright. So 3rd single combat is a little bit annoying, I will admit. It's not the end of the world though, right? I'm trying to see if we want to do Twisted Fate or if we want to just go wide. I think we want to go wide. We want to go wide here. Oh, perfect. So that automatically triggers the plunder no matter what, right? Doesn't matter which one we attack with here. It is a little bit annoying that he has Overwhelm now though, right? But if he doesn't open attack, we can stun it with the Twisted Fate. And now we just need to actually wait for our reds, right? Let's do the Black Market Record first. Oh, okay, that's huge. So we can just silence the Wounded White Flame now. Alright, that's even better. So we can save the Twisted Fate for like a Pantheon. Because we can just straight up silence this unit. If he doesn't open attack, wow, yeah, that's gonna be brutal. This is gonna be brutal right here. Like that's absolutely gross. Yep, that's automatic surrender there. That's the nap for you. Wow. That's a blowout if I ever seen one, but GG's. So in this match, it will be against Ekko Zilean. So we need to try to remove all their units, or as many units as possible that we can. So I like the idea of keeping the thermal. The funny thing is that we can actually nap their crystals if they like get a little bit greedy. I like keeping the Yodel Grifter. This is a little bit of a greedy hand. Ooh, okay, now our hand got a lot worse. Triple Grifter might be a little bit scary. We probably have to keep the thermal for the Ekko. So maybe we just Mystic Shot. If he doesn't predict, we can like actually nab one of his stuff. I think it's fine to Mystic Shot them right now, by the way. Now it does mean that we won't have the mana next turn for the Ekko Mystic Shot, which is a little bit annoying. But I don't think it's the end of the world. So maybe we don't even summon S. Okay, so he ends up flipping his hand, which means that now it's a good chance that the things are not in the bottom of the deck. Let's do the Ezreal. We definitely have to keep the thermal for the Ekko though. We can do the Pool Shark and also do the Black Market Merkin and then start setting up the Joro Grifter next turn. So he shifts his cards again. Still doesn't get the crystal though. I'm okay blocking. If Ezreal dies, I'm okay with that, I think. I guess we'll just do this first then. Time Trick is huge. Now he could always naturally draw the crystal. Oh, just draw it right here too. No crystal yet. Again, good for us, good for us. I'm okay keeping the Pool Shark back now, I think. Does he get the crystal now? No crystal. Okay, we're getting really lucky. Opponent has gone for crystal multiple times and hasn't gotten it. Like, he's done a lot of predicts and he hasn't gotten it. He has 2 crystals in his deck and he hasn't gotten it. So we kind of have gotten a little bit lucky here. Definitely think we just try to see if we can hit the nap. We hit the nap. We hit a time bomb. That's actually pretty darn good. We can attack with Ezreal to get a Mystic Shot. Again, we don't mind attacking with our Grifter. Did he naturally draw it? Oh no, he just drew a Mystic Shot. Okay, so we don't mind attacking with our Grifter, because the way that this deck wins is by having a lot of like different units, right? So we can just do the Time Bomb here. Or can we do the Pool Shark instead? Pool Shark might be a little bit better. Pool Shark might be a little bit better. The problem is if we get... I got punished. I was gonna say the problem was if we get Riptide Rex. And lo and behold, we get the Riptide Rex. No spells in the top of his deck. That's pretty darn good for us, right? Let's do this. Ah, and then we miss the Allegiance. So we end up not stealing from him anyways. So he has just units in his hand then, right? Let's do a second Pool Shark. We know it's a PNC card, so we don't have to worry about it being a second Rats. We attack with everything here. I guess we can summon the Ezreal now. So if we summon the Ezreal, we give him a chance of predicting into... I'm okay with the Ezreal. We give him the chance of predicting into the freaking... Or just summoning his Ekko here. Or he could have just naturally drawn... He could have naturally drawn his Crystal at this point. So he could have the Crystal in his hand. And that would be a little bit annoying. Doesn't look like he does though. We can go ahead and hit this on the Zilean maybe. The problem is that it will let him get a Time Bomb. It will let him put more Time Bombs in his deck, I mean. Ooh, that's a mistake, right? So we can Thermal for 4. So let's do the Time Bomb first. And then we can Thermal for 4. And we still have the Mystic Shot as a backup to be able to kill the Ekko if we need to. So we can kill the Ekko right here and kill the rest of his board next turn. He could Rider Negate this, but if he does the Rider Negation here, we still have the Mystic Shot to kill the Ekko next turn, okay? So doesn't have it, I guess. My concern here is if he gets a Zilean. A second Zilean, I mean. And that's the Rats. Okay, so Rats gives us a little bit of protection. Now, he could be saving his Rider Negation. Yeah, so now he could potentially get the Crystal finally. No crystal yet. And he has more things in his deck. There it is. So now if he has the Rider Negation, then this is a little bit of a punish. But if he has the Rider Negation, it means that he cannot use... this also levels up... I mean, I guess if he has the Rider Negation, he negates all of them, right? Which is a little bit annoying. But it means he cannot use, like, the Chrono Break, right? Because he has to spend all his 4 mana. So he could Rider Negate everything here. Or he could let Ezreal level and he still loses. So Rider Negation is scary here. Absolver? Is that enough? Did not enough crystal... It is enough. We didn't hit... we only hit 2 on the Ekko. His problem here, though, is that Ezreal levels up. And he doesn't have mana. Like, cool. You do the... You're gonna do your thing. I guess he could get... Could get the crystal here. Right? From this predict. So if he has the crystal, can we take this 9 damage? I think we're okay, right? We don't have enough for bursts. He needs to get exactly both crystals, though. If he doesn't get exactly both crystals, he doesn't win this. We can also kill the Ekko. Yeah, so he needs exactly both crystals. And he didn't get one here in his predict. So he's gonna have to let his Ekko go. And he's gonna die to just, in general, all my damage. So even if he does the crystal here, we can deny the Ekko by doing the Mystic Shot on the Ekko. So now the Ekko doesn't get, like, he doesn't get the value from the Ekko. We can just do it like this. We can summon the Petty Officer and have lethal with Warning Shot. Or we could just, you know, yeah, because the Ezreal is already leveled up. But yeah, GG's. We got really lucky there. The opponent predicted a lot, and never got the crystal. Obviously he naturally drew one of them, but he should have definitely joined the second crystal at some point after all the predicts. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Ekko Zilean again. So let's kind of see how this one goes. Reds is a little bit too early for Reds. Ooh, Mystic, I think it's also a little bit too early. What? Twisted Fate is amazing because Twisted Fate is able to stop his Ekko from attacking, right? I wish I had like something more low cost though. Thermo is also good against their Echoes later on because the way that they win is gonna be through Ekko. So maybe we can stop their combo. It's gonna end up working out for us. This is not great. This is not great. Shoot, and he gets the crystal in his deck now. He gets a full board of units. Okay, this is not bad. I think as much as I want to summon the keg, it's a little bit too risky doing that. I think we need to actually just do the one drop. Because he needs to have units in his deck, right? So he wants to be able to have like as many units as possible. The problem here is that we're kind of gonna die to a cat. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be just a little bit rough. As soon as he gets that crystal, this is gonna be a little bit scary. I'm gonna do this. Let's kill that cat and get some damage in. Okay, actually that's fine with me because I have a second Twisted Fate. That first one was never really doing anything. Does he get the crystal? Doesn't seem like he gets the crystal. So that gives us a little bit of an advantage. I'm gonna go ahead and do it like this. Do a second red card. Problem here is that the freaking Ekko's already leveled up, right? The second red card at least kind of brings a lot of his stuff down. He hasn't leveled up the champions yet. So we probably want to keep this for the Ekko, I think. More than anything else. We can attack with everything because we have the Mystic Shot to kill the Voice of the Risen. My problem is that we're going to lose this girl here. I think we need to be able to remove his units. Because obviously the way that we lose is him having so many units with the Voice of the Risen. Now, us not killing the Voice of the Risen might be a little bit scary. Because now if he has the Ekko, we can't even kill the Ekko right away. What we're going to try to do is try to level Twisted Fate. Problem is that Twisted Fate is just going to die to like Crystal. Or even just a Time Bomb now. Let's see if we can get something better here. Losing that is actually huge, unfortunately. Like losing the rats is a little bit huge. I like the Pool Shark. Even if he has Ekko, we can just do the Thermal. Yeah, so now he should have a way to save this Ekko, right? The problem now, though, is that, like we said, all the units are going to be buffed up. So he should have a way to save this. The problem is that all his units get buffed up by the Voice of the Risen. We'll just block everything. Because we have good blockers for everything except for the Risen. He decides not to do it, so he decides to end up letting this thing die. We could do the Ezreal. So we could do the Ezreal. We should create a Mystic Shot. We're 4 away from leveling up the Twisted Fate. So we can do 2 here. 3 here. 4 here. If he lets any of this damage goes through, then he's giving us the go-ahead. Because we need at least some of this damage to go through to trigger the Plunder. If he lets the Twisted Fate go through, then we can actually level the Twisted Fate. Not anymore, though. Because he can definitely just kill it, right? Getting that Mystic Shot is pretty good, though. Allows us to remove a lot of his stuff. I'm okay with this, no? Can we just level up Twisted Fate right here? The problem is that we're going to lose. We're not going to have enough mana to do everything we need to. We can Plunder again. Potentially get a nice card that we could get. Actually, Plunder is better because he enables the double Pilfer Goods, right? So now we have double Pilfer Goods. I mean, now we have Pilfer Goods that is fully reduced by this guy. Our concern if he has a second Chrono Break. Okay, he tapped out of the second Chrono Break. So now the second Chrono Break is pretty good for us. So now we can just do this. Level up the Twisted Fate. And now we can just kill his whole board. So now we can literally kill his whole board because he did it that way. So we can predict and predict again next turn. I think it's a little bit greedy to do the second market, but that ended up being good. The Twisted Fate being leveled up means that we can clear his whole board anytime that we want. And he already tapped out of having the second Chrono Break to be able to revive his whole board, and we can stun stuff. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Kindred, PNC, obviously Elise and Ezreal. It's a little bit interesting because obviously I don't think we have a great way to deal with like Make It Rain gives me a nice way to trigger Plunder, although we ended up getting the warning shot anyways. So I guess we can save the Make It Rain for the Petty Officer combo. I like the warning shot into Butcher here because it presents a lot of damage. And I think the way that we have to win this game is to try to do a lot of damage early on and not let him stabilize, right? Because what he could have here, okay, so it tells me that he doesn't have the Sentinel, or if he does, he decided to save it. So we can go ahead and do this, and we can set up a Make It Rain with a Petty Officer next turn. Now the problem with the Petty Officer is that obviously the Petty Officer just dies to like Battle Feast, right? So that's a little bit annoying. There's a consideration to just do the wind-up instead. He should pass. Yeah, this should always be a burst pass. Let's do the wind-up. That's unfortunate. So now this is gonna die to a well. So now this is very vulnerable to a well or like Battle Feast, and then now all he needs to do is a thermal here. Or a Gohard. That's kind of cool too. So now he's able to get this Sentinel buffed up. The problem is that we don't care because we have Make It Rain to kill it if we need to. Definitely think it's better to attack first. He gives us this, allowing us to do the Black Market Mechan. And we even have a way to kill... We even have a way to kill the Kindred. Oh, come on. What happened? There we go. So now we have a way to kill Kindred with the Battle Feast and the Make It Rain, right? So I'm not going to do the Mourn because it's very likely he has the bots. So I'm scared of a bots. So there's no problem with me doing that. Again, we have every way in the world to kill that. And we can even do the Aftershock right on her if we wanted to. Don't think it's needed. I think we can just Battle Feast Mystic or... Yeah, I think Battle Feast Mystic is fine. We can save the Make It Rain for more value later on. This even gives us another unit. This does 2 triggers into the Ezreal. I guess he could do the bots here and kill the Spider and the Grifter. Or just the Gohar, okay. Gohar is a little bit annoying. I'm gonna pretend that he doesn't have another Gohar. Or another way to kill this more. Thermal, yeah, okay. We're still pushing, if he doesn't have like a well, we're still pushing a lot of damage here. Question is, let's do this. Let's take advantage of the Black Market Merchant while we have him. And then we attack. We could have also waited actually. We could have waited. Oh no, it resets it. Can you steal packs? I think you can actually steal packs. So if we actually waited, we actually could have stolen the packs. We actually could have stolen the pack, now that I think about it. Because I think if I waited until afterwards, we can steal the pack when it's like transformed instead of the Gohar. I haven't played Plunder since, obviously, like that card got released, so I don't know. I prefer doing it like this, because we can always do this to the face later. They should also level up the Ezreal. Yeah, so now Ezreal's leveled up. Oh, actually, yeah, he is leveled up, because that was 3 triggers, right? The Make It Rain, the whole purpose of the Make It Rain is to the left, and that's our Ezreal. So now, as long as he doesn't have, like, something funky, like Vengeance, we might be okay. Oh... There's a chance that he discards the Ezreal. Okay. Woo! Could have been worse. So now we can just have Ezreal and force him to have a Vengeance next turn. We can do the Aftershock now, because we can guarantee the 4 damage to the face. So we can guarantee the 4 damage to the face here, and threaten him to kill him with just the elusives. So now this forces him to have to actually react to the Ezreal next turn. Obviously he's just gonna thermal this. Why thermal that? Wait, opponent, you need to have 2 answers now, because this is gonna put you to 1 HP. This is actually lethal, because even if he does the Vengeance, we do the Make It Rain, the Ezreal skill still triggers, and we do the 2 damage with the Mourn, and we ended up pushing through. Opponent needed to thermal the elusive instead of the Merchant, so it's a little bit weird that he did it that way. But yeah, we got a lot of value out of the Wander considering how many Gohars he had in his deck. But yeah, GG's. Hey everyone, welcome back. So as we've been doing with the other Blast from the Past video, we'll take a moment here to kind of update the last deck to see how it will fit into today's meta. This is a little bit more different because obviously with Ezreal being nerfed and Twisted Fate being nerfed, it's kind of hard to find a way for this deck to really be an impact, right? I think right off the bat, we have to take the Pilfer Goods out. The Petty Officer needs to go as well. It's not good enough anymore. I think I'm okay with the American. Let's kind of see, though, what cards we have available for us that we could potentially use. And again, we're going to try to keep the same theme as the deck in the past where we tried to do Ezreal or Twisted Fate. So we're not going to change our champions. We just have to try to see how we can get to the rest of our win condition, and obviously trying to keep the Riptide Rex as one of our big finishers. I think you probably want to do a lot of like early damage early, but This is actually kind of tough. What about we do like the cat? What if we do like something with like Headside Crystal and we get rid of the Grifter and just do Time Tricks instead? Because I think Time Tricks is going to be really good in this deck. But maybe that's a little bit too much, like doing the Fallen Feline. I don't think it's a bad idea though, because part of the reason why this deck did good is because you could do, and we are really the pull shot because I think the pull shot might be a little bit too slow. Part of the charm of this deck is that you could do a lot of damage early with your early units, and if you're able to remove like their champions, be able to kind of get a lot of advantage that way, right? So definitely think we need to go ahead and get the Tantric to be able to make it to this deck. Is the deck can actually get, since we're not playing the other guy anymore, the 3-job, maybe the deck can actually is okay. Croaker could be decent as well. We do have a lot of 1 HP unit though, so we don't have a lot of great targets for Croaker, but it might be good. We'll have to kind of see. We can obviously keep the Make It Rain. The Marai Warden might actually be good as well. We'll just add it here and then we'll go ahead and switch it up. Pick a card I don't think it's good enough. Tantric. So Tantric I think needs to just be a 3-off in this deck. Allowing us to kind of join to what we need, and because we're gonna go ahead and kind of play more for the cat as well. Kind of like a bonus spell that we can get to kind of get rid of the opponent's whole board. Get it sided. So I have a problem with Sunny Urchin. And my problem with Sunny Urchin is a lot of times you don't have a great discard target, so I don't think you want to do the Sunny Urchin. Let's see what else here we can do though. So I think we do still need some draw. We do have still a lot of early units. Station Archivist, right? Has to be a 3-off in this deck. More than anything else. Then the rest of the cards here, nothing really jumps out as things that you want. Salvage might be a little bit too expensive. So, is Salvage needed? Because it's really tough to level up Twisted Fate even with the Salvage. Now, we do have still 14 PNC units, so there's a good chance that we're not hitting the Nab often enough. So maybe we get rid of one of the Euro Grifters. Because not hitting the Nab is going to feel pretty bad, right? And we're going to have even more, because this is going to create more spells as well. Ooh, this is kind of risky though. Static Shot might not be bad, because there are a lot of 1 HP units. Maybe instead of Grifter, we do the Sap Spray Fin. Maybe that's the play. Maybe we do Sap here. If we're getting rid of almost all our Nab, then do we even need the Black Market Merkin anymore? Or can we just go more like we're getting rid of the Nabs, and then we're just gonna go more like go wide with Marai Warden and try to do a lot of damage that way? I think the Sap is fine. It allows us to get into some of our like Make It Rains or Thermos or stuff like that. 3 Thermos might be a little bit too much. I like going to 3 Warning Shots, especially because we don't have the Grifter anymore. And maybe just we do the 3 deck way and we do it like this. Everything else here seems not amazing for us to really play around. I kind of like this. So we still have 26 units, 14 spells. It goes more towards a PNC base. So again, we can still keep our core of Ezreal, Twisted Fate, and Riptide Rex. We have some elusives to be able to trigger the Riptide Rex. We have 3 Warning Shots, 3 Make It Rains. We're gonna have the crystal. We can actually also hit the Nexus and trigger that. We have ways to kind of do more damage with our skills using the Dreadway, and we have the Tantric as well as Station Archivist to kind of give us some value. So this might actually, I think, be okay this way. So this is what I would do, I guess, if I was trying to play this deck on today's meta. Obviously, the meta is going to change with the patch being released, but I kind of like this. I think the Fallen Feline might be interesting because, again, you do only have one way to predict, but you also have the Station Archivist. So if you can predict just once and get the crystal to be anywhere else in your deck, there's always a good chance that you can pull it with Archivist. You can also pull it with the Sap Spray Fin. So maybe Sap at 3 might not be bad. But I do think we want to have our 2 drops. Our 2 drops are pretty good because we want to do a lot of damage early and then just have to kind of finish up with like over the top damage. But I do like triple Sap though. I do like triple Sap because everything that we get is pretty good except for probably Thermal. I do think we want to have at least 2 Thermals to be able to deal with the darkness. Maybe we cut off one deck deckhand. Ooh, yeah, maybe let's do one less deckhand and one more stack, and then we're good like this. So we have 6 1-drops, 5 2-drops, and then we have 6 3-drops. So we should have a decent enough curve. But yeah, I think this is what I would play if I was to play this deck in this meta. Again, I will have this link down below in the description, and I'll have the old deck link as well in the description below. If you enjoy the content, please remember to subscribe. It will really help me out a lot. And you can also catch us on Twitch at Twitch Sirturmund, where we stream 3 to 4 times a week. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you all when the new patch comes out. So have a good one.